So if you've been following along on this 3-valve Mustang GT, my friend bought it and it had a messed up cylinder head on one side. One of the lash adjusters broke and chewed the cam up. He decided to go ahead and replace the engine, so we bought a replacement engine for the car, and we're just going through now and getting it ready to pull the engine out. And we had some friends come over, and it was a good time. We had a really good time together just hanging out, and it actually went a lot more quickly than I thought it was going to go. Everybody was working on something at the same time and tagging and, marking what needs to come out where and getting under the car and working and stuff. And we finally got to the point where the engine was ready to come out of the car, and it came out very easy, even with the long tube headers. So we were happy about that. We weren't sure if they were going to get hung up or anything. I think this engine bay is a lot wider than a New Edge Mustang, what I'm used to, and so that was pretty good. We got the transmission off, the 3650, and got the clutch and everything off so we could put it on an engine stand. You can just see all the stuff here. It looks like a mess. And looking back on this video will be fun when it's all back together, because at this point it just looks like a total disaster zone. But anyway, it did pretty well. My friend, this is the son who owns the Black Mach 1. He wanted to look under this valve cover and see what it looked like. I suspected this side would be okay. It was the other side that had the dead cylinder and the broken valve spring, basically. It was a broken valve lash and chewed up cam, and the valve spring was just laying in the cylinder head there next to everything. And the needle roller bearings haven't been found yet, so they're probably down in the oil pan or in the oil galley. But this one looked all right. It had kind of some condensation built up on the cams. It was kind of a little bit weird, but it probably was just run real short before. And so once we got it off the car, it was just a matter of lowering the car back down on the ground, and we were going to pull it with a side-by-side into the side yard there. And the stands weren't necessary, but it was just nice to have them to work underneath the car like that and stuff. So got everything all tied up with a tow rope, and this car, being a race car, has tow hooks on the front and back, so that was pretty easy to do with the side-by-side, and it did a good job pulling it back into the side of the house. Now, the only issue was with the battery disconnected and everything. When you pull the door open on one of these newer Mustangs, the window moves down just a hair, and then when you close it, the window rolls up a hair. It just kind of does that every time, and there's no battery in it. So when you pulled the door open, it kind of pulled through the window trim, and it wasn't really a problem. It didn't break anything, but we had to get the battery hooked back up so we could close the door. So again, that went really well. It was nice to have some friends come over and everybody just help out together, and we got it done. So that's the update on the 3-valve Mustang GT. I've made update videos on the car, so I'll just kind of keep them coming as we go. And the replacement engine's getting a whole new forward timing set. It's getting new valve lashes. It's getting new gaskets on everything. And it had the hot cams in it, the Ford Racing hot cams, and one side's still good, and my friend was able to buy a passenger side one to replace the bad one. And that was actually kind of funny because somebody had a set where the driver's side broke and chewed up the cam, and so he had one good passenger side for sale, so it worked out perfectly for him. So we're going to do that, take the headers off, do a bunch of things like that, transfer it over to the new engine. The oil pan needs to be changed over because this year has an oil level sensor in the side and the new engine doesn't. So anyway, it's coming along nicely, and we'll keep you updated and everything. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.